Why are we listening to Mr. Bad Hair Day? Why don't you just flip back where you... Huh?
Wow! I didn't think anybody could do that to Juggernaut.
Hey, what's going on, folks? Captain Forrest here. And today, I'm going to be power scaling Gladiator from Marvel. Now, if you enjoy my Marvel videos, please consider checking out my previous videos that I've made throughout the months. I will post links in the description. Also, a quick shout out to Korin and Phoenix for helping me with certain parts of the video, such as the scaling and the AP and the speed, of course. So, let's get right into it, folks. So, Gladiator, aka Kalark, the Stronian guardian and the champion of the Shi'ar Empire, was a young teenager who would be put through many ordeals and tests in order to become Shi'ar's new Imperial Guard. Gladiator and his squad members would undergo intense training to prove and work on their confidence. As a Strotium, Gladiator's powers are solely based on his level of confidence. After all the training and tasks, Gladiator and his squad would be given one final trial to test their confidence and see who is deserving of the title to become Shi'ar's Imperial Guard. In order for this to happen, they would first need to undergo the Gladiator process, which would give them powers and enhance their abilities, allowing them to survive in harsh environments and move around in the vacuum of space unharmed. Emperor Tekor ordered the Strontian cadets to slay the Council of Elders. After hearing those words, this affected all of the Strontian cadets' confidence, as they would never dream of turning on their own people, except for one, Kalark. Kalark would go on to slay his own people and the Strontian Council Elders, as the Elders knew already that this was a test, and they accepted their fates. Kalark proved to be worthy of the rank of Imperial Guard, demonstrating his loyalty and duty over emotional ties, and would be the last of his kind as the Imperial Guard of the Shi'ar Empire. Now that's pretty much it for Gladiator in terms of his backstory. I'm going to go right ahead and go into the meat and potatoes of things. So for attack potency, Gladiator's around low multiversal plus to multiversal plus. Gladiator was able to defeat Hyperion and break his neck, the same Hyperion that survived 2 universes collapsing onto him. As mentioned in my Hyperion video, if we include the Yggdrasil scaling, it would equate to 22 universes. Gladiator also fought against Thor on a couple of occasions and are shown to hurt and tank attacks from this same Thor. Gladiator has also defeated characters like Captain Marvel in her binary form, and was able to fight some of the Phoenix 5 users such as Colossus and Cyclops. He defeated Cyclops in a beam struggle and beat his ass. He also took a beating from the other Phoenix 5 members. The same members of the Phoenix 5 such as Magik and Colossus were able to hurt Thor. And we all know that Thor himself has multiversal plus feats as a high-end, such as Thor holding back the collapse of countless alternate dimensions / universes with the help of 3 other Thors. On another occasion, Thor during his battle with another Thor generated energy that was comparable to the Big Bang itself. The energy also affected all planes of reality simultaneously, and on another occasion, Odin himself thought that Thor could defeat Seth, and in the same issue he would destroy the World Tree and all planes of existence. It was also stated by Thanos that Gladiator's strength is equal to that of Hulk, and that Gladiator is one of the most dangerous out of all of his team. Hulk himself was able to collide with Ironclad, so that the resulting impact generates a massive force that reverberates across the crossroad portals shaking infinite universes in the process. And both Thor and Hulk have gone toe-to-toe on many occasions, both obtaining wins from each other, but Thor ultimately comes out on top. And another noteworthy feat for Gladiator comes from this fight with Wolverine, where he was able to break off one of Wolverine's adamantium claws, which has been shown to slice through Herald tier characters such as Thor, and slice through chains that were strong enough to bind Hercules. Overall, the Multiversal Plus scaling for Gladiator would be more of a high end for him, but Gladiator consistently scales to low Multiversal Plus, if not Multiversal Plus. That's pretty much it for AP. Moving on to speed, Gladiator has immeasurable speed. Gladiator can keep up with characters like Thor and Silver Surfer, who fought against Silver Surfer. The same Silver Surfer who can travel through time and react with his raw speed alone. That's pretty much it for speed. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes of abilities. Gladiator possesses almost limitless strength. His power is determined by the level of his confidence, granting him flight, Type 3 immortality, X-ray vision, to breathe and to survive in the vacuum of space and in harsh environments. He also has invulnerability by buffering his psionic powers, aka his confidence, which makes him impervious to attacks, the more confident he becomes, which also increases his power. His sheer tenacity and confidence allows him to briefly do well against a well-fed Galactus and was able to tank some of his heat vision. His confidence gives him resistances to magic attacks, as Strotians have an inherent weakness to magic which affects their level of confidence. This very same young Gladiator, just in training, was able to tank and resist a magic blast with his confidence unscathed. Gladiator has mind resistance. Gladiator deals with enemies that try to revoke his confidence on a daily. Gladiator was able to break out and deduce that his mind was under an illusion in the attempt to weaken his confidence, in the attempts to also power null him. Sweet, subtle charms and affection, compassion, in the attempts to distract Gladiator will not work on him, and in fact further aggravate him. Gladiator also wears a helmet which allows him to detect and feel if telepaths are probing his mind in the attempts to sway his confidence. Gladiator also has resistance to power nullification. Mantis was power nulling Gladiator's team members by switching off a part of their brain which prevents them from using their abilities. Gladiator was also able to feel Mantis probing in his mind in the attempts to power null him, and it didn't work. In fact, it enraged him. He blocked her out of his mind, causing her mental anguish, and then proceeded to vaporize her in return. Gladiator has also demonstrated willpower and fear resistance. Gladiator was fearing that his guardsmen were going to fail and die in their mission, but Gladiator pushed through and remained confident and continued the fight. This is impressive, so he can deal with situations that may appear fearful and still retain his confidence. He will put his duty and loyalty above all else, even with his fight with Wolverine, who Gladiator considers a good friend of his, will not allow his confidence to be deterred, and will fight and abandon emotional ties in combat against friends. Even in combat, when he is on the losing side, he will remain confident within himself and show incredible willpower and will continue to fight to the very end. His confidence gives him fire resistance. Not even the Human Torch's flames were doing anything to Gladiator. In fact, the flames were burning the air around Gladiator itself instead, as Gladiator laughs. Gladiator also has enhanced senses and vision, such as spotting a sniper from across the city which was attempting to assassinate Vulcan, which was impressive considering no one else was aware of the sniper. Gladiator was also able to discern the type of rifle that the sniper was using and accurately intercept the shot. Gladiator has also demonstrated to fight on instincts, such as his fight with the X-Men and Fantastic Four. When Storm attacked and overwhelmed him with radiation, Gladiator instinctively dodged Nightcrawler in the attempts to grab Gladiator, which is very impressive. So Gladiator has shown instinctive reaction in combat. Gladiator possesses heat vision, which is hot enough to turn the atmosphere into plasma. The beams affect you on a molecular level, as it accelerates your molecules until your skin burns. You can also make arguments that Gladiator's heat vision vaporizes you on an atomic to subatomic level. I will leave links in the description on how lasers work. Also, Gladiator possesses Ice Breath, where he blows out a blast of cold air which can reach sub-zero temperatures, which freezes his foes in place. Gladiator also has attack reflection. He's demonstrated this by pushing his chest out to reflect an energy blast from Thor's hammer right back at him. And lastly, for the rest of his other abilities, Gladiator is a very skilled combatant. He was taught by Deathbird, who is exceptional in hand-to-hand combat, and was trained by Shi'ar methods of armed and unarmed combat. Gladiator outskills Hyperion when they were both equal to each other, and Hyperion even admits to being outshined in skill, which resulted in Gladiator breaking Hyperion's neck to subdue him. Gladiator also demonstrates dirty tactics in combat when in danger, and during his fight with Icon, who is an expert in hand-to-hand combat, she herself even compliments a suppressed Gladiator's fighting skill, showing that Gladiator is very proficient in hand-to-hand combat. He will also resort to BFR tactics if he's dealing with strong foes that he is unable to deal with, such as flying Hulk into outer space. And lastly, Gladiator has shown to use a technique that the Hulk likes to use called a thunderclap. When dealing with multiple foes, he will get his hands together and clap them together to perform this technique, which is pretty impressive. So yes folks, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. A lot of the characters are very underrated in my opinion. Gladiator is one of my favourite Marvel Herald tiers. If you guys enjoyed, please remember to leave a like, leave your comments down below, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. But yes, Captain Forrest, signing out, peace.